1 year ago, I went for my first run. At that time, I was still invested in soccer as my main sport. I realized I was losing fitness over the summer, so on July 20th, 2024, I went for a run to stay in shape. It was hard, but I loved it. The next day, I went out again. Another 3-mile run down. I was ambitious. I wanted to see how far I could push myself. On my 4th run ever, I ran 6.6 miles. Bad idea. Really bad idea. I had shin splints by the next morning and couldn't run comfortably until 2.5 weeks later. I kept building, slowly this time, for the next few months. Over this time, I found a few running influencers and thought it would be cool to share my journey too. In late January, I created this YouTube channel to document my progress and share with you guys. I kept building fitness, but I wanted a harder challenge. I signed up for my school's 5K and set a very ambitious goal of sub 20. At the time, I couldn't even run below 22 minutes. For the next 6 to 8 weeks, I put in the work like I had never done before. And when it was time to shine, I did. I ran 20 minutes and 3 seconds officially, but the course was a little long. I had set a 5K PR of 19 minutes, 48 seconds. On my journey, I documented it as a YouTube series. I shared it with you guys, and I loved doing that. After I graduated from middle school, I signed up for my high school's cross-country team and made another series. This one that you're watching right now, the Summer Build Series. Over the past 6 weeks, I've built up mileage so that I can hopefully make varsity on my high school's cross-country team and score for my team. Since my first run, I've run over 600 miles and taken down barriers such as a sub 6-minute mile and a sub 25K. I'm excited to see what I can do next year in my track and cross-country season, and even more excited to share with you guys. But anyways, here are my top 5 tips for beginner runners so you can have as great of a running journey as I did. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Got just over 5 miles on deck today. It's like 8 o'clock, so let's go get our morning miles done. Alright guys, we got 5 easy miles on deck today. Let's go. So my first tip for beginner runners is to always keep it fresh. Running is probably one of the most repetitive and monotonous exercises you can do, so making sure to keep it fresh is crucial. Some ways you can avoid boredom in running is by changing up your routes or locations, so you're exploring new places each time. You can listen to different types of music or just whatever type of music you like to listen to regularly. And you can get some new shoes, hats, or running accessories that make you feel excited to run in. All of these things are going to motivate you to run regularly, which is the most important thing in the beginning of your running journey. Tip number 2 for beginner runners is be consistent. The most important thing you have to do is make sure you build running into a routine and make sure you're doing your first couple weeks of runs slow to build your aerobic base and low mileage so you don't put too much stress on your bones and get injured like I did. So the most important thing you have to focus on is not going out too far or too fast, but taking it out easy in the first couple weeks of your running journey. Alright, just finished my run, just over 5 miles at 9:30 average pace, so just an easy pace aerobic run. And I guess it's time for tip number 3. And tip number 3 is to just have fun with running. A lot of people get too caught up on mileage or time or pace and stuff. But running is meant to be fun, it's meant to be relaxing. So don't get caught up on statistics too much, and just go out and have fun. Alright, so I just made my breakfast, and I'm out here eating it on my patio while watching some YouTube. And my 4th tip kind of involves my breakfast. It's don't just lace up your shoes, go out for a run, and then come back. You need to be sort of dialed in with every aspect of running, including nutrition, sleep, recovery, and many others. If you really want to improve, you have to love and have a passion for the entire process of running, not just the one simple act of running. Because if you're just running and you're not focused on those other areas of the sport, like I said, you're not going to really see much improvements or get much faster. So make sure to be dialed in on your nutrition, your recovery, sleep, and yeah, that's it for tip number 4. Now I'm going to eat my breakfast and watch some YouTube. Alright, so I just finished eating breakfast, and I guess it's time for tip number 5. So tip number 5 is engage with the community. Oftentimes running can feel pretty boring and lonely, so one of the things you can do is, sign up for run clubs, find other people who run. I really like Strava, which is kind of like social media for runners. You can find other runners, you can connect with people, you can see how other people train. So yeah, it's just a really nice app where you can connect with other runners just like you. Definitely recommend Strava, and I recommend going to run clubs or something to connect with your local running community, so running doesn't feel so boring and lonely. Alright guys, I guess that's it for the video. Just to reiterate, the 5 tips were: number 1, varied up a bit to keep running fresh and exciting. Number 2, be consistent and build a base slowly. Number 3, just have fun with running and don't feel pressured by statistics or pace or mileage or anything like that. Number 4, enjoy and embrace the process, including nutrition, sleep, recovery, and stuff like that. And number 5, embrace the community by using apps like Strava and going with run clubs or joining up for teams or stuff like that. So glad I could share the 5 tips I learned in my first year of running with you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications for new videos coming very soon. See you guys next time.